need to get one of these.
While Dave screws around with audio equipment, I just hit this button to start. Hey, everybody, we are back live. We're back here live at Macstock 2019 here in Woodstock, Illinois, and I'm joined by Mr. Dave Hamilton. How are you today, sir?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Guy.
Sure,
this is awesome.
It's nice to be had.
It is great to be
no
seen,
ring,
too.
No volt.
No ring.
No ring.
No volt.
It's a thing. Look it up. It's in Wikipedia.
It should be.
It should be.
If one of you could put it in there, also that would be good.
That would be good. And you can make up anything you want.
Whatever you make up is really definitely going to have the right degree of truth.
Should we tell them how this whole thing started?
Nope.
Okay, good.
No, definitely not.
The
story is much worse than you think.
Yeah.
Not as good.
Yeah, it's
in that it's worse. It's just not good. It's just not good. It's not good.
So, are you having a good time here at Macstock?
I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah, well, it was like almost last minute. You almost
basically.
Make it.
Yeah, I was not planning on making it, but I held out hope long enough that I did not cancel my hotel room.
Right.
And then found out some things I had going on in my schedule wound up getting canceled. I was like, wait a minute, I could theoretically still be here. And as it turns out, theory and reality met.
I am not used to that scenario at all.
I know, same. Yeah.
Reality, what a concept.
Yeah. Reality, theory is what we think about, and reality is what happens anyway.
That's right. And I have a tendency to reality happens.
It does.
And then I kind of go, you know what? I don't really care for that. So let's just
pretend.
Push that off to the side.
That's right.
We'll just skip that reality and go right to the fantasy.
That's right. Yeah.
That's where the really good memories come from.
The ones we make up.
Exactly. My mother used to say that the best stories almost never are almost never completely true. That you got to
have some embellishment.
Embellishment.
Yeah,
that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
So, what is it about this year's Macstock that you've really enjoyed so far? You won a prize.
I won a prize. Yeah. That's right. Yes.
We didn't get to have one of those prizes.
Would you like it?
No.
I already have one. I'm planning on giving it away to someone. So if that someone is you,
I would love one of those.
I'm okay with that. Yeah. So
and these are all from the Macstock's main sponsor, Otherworld Computing at Macstock.com.
I gift this to you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
There goes up. And this is you can't really tell what this is because it's inside of a bag. It's like this amazing little toolkit. So I am super stoked to have this.
You need to have, no, every geek needs one of these in their toolkit.
Yes.
In their you need a toolkit in your toolkit, but it's actually true.
Unless you're going to be flying, don't take it on an airplane.
Oh, would that be a problem? I don't know if that one would be a problem on a plane. You think so? Oh, interesting.
Yes.
I flew here with a lot of gear and they didn't bat an eyelash.
Really? Did you have preferred status or anything like that?
I have pre-check.
Did they put your bags through?
They did? Oh yeah. Yeah, even with pre-check. No. And I had a mixer and it looked like a bomb in there. Definitely looked like a bomb on an X-ray machine. There's just no way it didn't.
I want this plane to fly to Cuba.
Yeah.
I have mixer beaters if you don't do exactly what I say.
Unless the person that was looking at the X-ray scan is into audio gear, I just don't understand how it went through faster than I did. And all I had to do was walk through a metal detector,
right? And
it was finished on the other side by the time I got there. And they did not stop me.
My experience have been somewhat different.
I anticipated an alternative scenario.
Here's what happens. And this is not an embellishment. You stand in line for 6 hours.
Yeah.
All right, that's a bit of an embellishment. As you're going through the security check, getting through the security check.
This is why you need Clear.
Yes.
Clearme.com/MGG is how you can get 2 months of that for free, by the way.
Really?
No, seriously. Clear.
What is Clear?
It's awesome. And I'm shilling it, yes, but only because I love it. I would shill it even if we didn't have a coupon code, but you get one. So good. You get to cut. So you don't give them your license. All they do is use either a retina scan or a fingerprint scan and your boarding pass. And as long as you are you, then they walk you to the front of whichever security line you qualify for.
Is this part of like the TSA?
It's partnered with the TSA. It's a private company.
Okay, so they do like
they authenticate you.
Pre-clear.
Yeah, but then I don't have to do anything with the TSA. They just bring me past the TSA person straight to like the line for the metal detector.
First world problems.
It's great. I mean, I feel like a diplomat when I travel with this. Like it's like, excuse me, pardon me. It's right to the front. Oh, this is delightful.
Ask me about diplomatics going through airports when we're not.
Some other time.
Yeah. I have some stories.
Well, I used to have a problem because I share first and last name with a former Irish terrorist.
I remember that. You were telling that on the Mac Geek Gab at macgeekgab.com.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. No, it's it was awful until they started what they call their redress program.
Yeah.
I could not print a boarding pass at home. Every time I got the full treatment, this was before they started with the backscatter and everything. So they patted me down. They touched me every time. And
but
was
not in that good way.
No. And it's even worse when, because your family is traveling on the same ticket, they have to get put through this too. So, yeah. Anyway, the TSA's redress program, you would have loved the letter I got from them. I had to submit, my driver's license, maybe a passport, whatever. They asked for some things. Yeah. What they needed was just a little more information that they could tie to my record. So I have this number I give to the airline, and it ties to this thing. So it's not just first and last name. It's first and last name and like birth date and address. It's enough to differentiate me and say, right, he's not that guy. He's all good.
He's this other guy. We really want to check.
But the letter I got from them says, we have completed our investigation and the results of our investigation are final. If you would like to appeal the results of our investigation, you have 30 days. Here's the address. Thank you very much. You'll notice I never said, because the letter never said, what the result of their investigation was. Like, they didn't tell me you passed, you failed. There was no indication. So
but the whole thing of there is absolutely nothing you can do after this would make me go.
And I called them and they're like, right, the results of our investigation are confidential.
It's like, but it's my investigation.
But I'm going to know when I go to the airport the next time. And they're like,
yes, you will.
Click. That's exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Like, well, okay, but.
Your government dollars at work.
Yeah, but it did work. I knew the next time I put in the number that was in the thing and my boarding pass came up. It's like, problem solved. Okay, great.
Now, of course, none of this has anything to do with Macstock 2019, which
other than getting here.
Beyond our, I took the train.
Yeah.
Which was interesting.
Yeah.
And the day after was even more
just based on how sore you were from taking the train, or?
Yeah, sore in all various parts of my body.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
We're not going to go into graphic details.
But you asked me what I like best about being here, and it's this. Like, we get to what conference attendees of all kinds of conferences call the hallway track, right? Where, yes, there's sessions going on, and those are great, and you can learn some things or not learn things, like, whatever it is. But being able to see each other face to face and have those conversations that you just don't normally have via email or whatever, the reminder that we're all humans and we can enjoy each other's company. I love it.
That is right. Thank you, Dave, for pointing out that I was human.
Guy Searle, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Yes. I'll be here all week. Or actually just till Monday. I'm leaving Monday.
Same. Yeah.
Well, now you're not doing a session while you're here.
No, because I didn't think I was coming.
Right.
I did not submit to speak for obvious reasons. But once I found out I was coming, I talked with Mike and Barry and was like, first I said, if anybody bails and you need a speaker, warm body voice here, ready to go on a moment's notice.
Tell me, sir, what do you know about the creative process?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Right. And
we've been doing it since 2005.
With the podcast, we've been doing it since 2005.
Yeah, because you guys, I meant to ask you about this. Now, the My Mac podcast, we are currently at 762, 763. Someone's taking our picture. So we were ahead of you in numbers. And then,
you are older than us. You started in 2004,
Four.
6 months ahead of us, I think. Yeah.
But then you guys started doing a bi-monthly show.
We added 2 episodes a month to the schedule for a couple of years, I guess.
Yeah, and then it was like, hey, wait a second. Their numbers are more than ours now.
Yeah, because we're about to do 772
Yeah.
tonight, I think, in a couple hours here. So
We're starting to get real close to the end of all the Boeing jet numbers.
it's a shame.
I know. That's been so much fun. I've really
Yeah.
enjoyed
The
that.
fun part is we've been going through it separately together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're coming up eventually in the next couple of weeks, I guess, to 767.
Right.
And then after that is 777 and 787.
I don't think there's a 797 yet. Is there?
Not yet.
I don't think so. But I did learn that it is very easy to confuse a 7.5 with a 7.6, because when I did the episode artwork for
Oh, you put the
episode
wrong plane in?
757, I put the
Pilot
7.6 in. No, it was other listeners. We have a lot of pilot listeners and aviation enthusiasts to our Mac Geek Gab podcast. But yeah, no, the episode wasn't up for an hour. And somebody's
people
like,
were-
so that's actually a 767. And you can tell because, and I'm like, I'm going to leave it. But here's what's cool about that. I already have the plane that I need for episode 767.
We'll just mirror it.
Yeah,
so it's
right.
facing
Oh, I
the
did.
other
I
direction.
changed it around. I always take the Mac Geek Gab logo and put it on
Somewhere.
the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, because why not? So I think I did it differently. Yeah.
The now we got done with lunch, and then Tim and I did the My Mac Game Show Challenge. And anyone who's ever been at one of the My Mac Game Show challenges will understand that everybody wins.
That's the idea.
Everybody wins. Whether it's because they have distinct knowledge of whatever the topic was that we were talking about, or we give these ridiculous hints like the answer is B.
Right.
The answer is B in order to get them to win. And I think this is the third time that Tim and I have done this.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember you did it the first year.
Right.
Because I've only been here 3 times.
Yeah.
And I feel like you didn't do it last year.
We did, but we had all the other people on stage. We had Barry on stage.
Okay.
And a few other people. And then we had, I'm blanking. I'm so awful. I'm having such a hard time with names today. OWC guy, Larry O'Connor.
Oh, there. Oh, he showed up via robot.
Via robot. Right,
Got it.
right.
Right.
And
right.
the funny part about that, and I don't know if they have that online,
Sure.
the video of it, he's controlling this robot manually from OWC's offices.
Or Austin. Wouldn't he have been in Austin?
He could have
at that
been.
point
He
in
could have
time?
been in Austin.
Could have been anywhere. That's the
And
point of a robot.
we're on this stage that sits up about 4 or 5 feet higher than the ground below, and his robot starts coming forward, and it's like less than a foot from going off the stage, and everybody in the audience is yelling, "Stop! Stop!" And it stopped. It was like,
I gotta find this footage.
oh my god, it was so funny. But this year, it actually got too complicated.
Okay.
Having that many people on
Yeah.
stage, because the original idea for doing that was going to be, okay, well, we have 3 answers and we have 3 people on stage. Each person takes one of those answers and tries to sell it
Oh, I like that.
you remember, like, to tell the truth.
Yeah,
that
of course.
Kind
Of course.
But nobody got the concept that we
You
had
need
on
the
stage.
you need the right people
Yeah.
to sell it. I mean, you need Paul Lynn and those guys. Right? I mean, like this is
I'm telling
Hollywood
you
Squares.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and that would have worked if we'd had the people that were there with the concept. And again,
Yeah.
we kind of threw this together last minute. So we're going, and the people that participated, and I'm not going to say their names, other than of course who I already said, Larry.
Sure.
They weren't really prepped
Got it.
on what was
Right.
going to happen.
Right.
And so they would be like, well, I think the answer is B. And the actual answer was B. It's
Yeah.
like,
It's not as funny as you thought.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It just didn't work.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll come up again sometime.
Yeah.
The other problem was most of the sessions here are like 20 minutes.
Yep.
And they give, because of the complicated nature of what we're doing with the game show, they give us like 2 sessions to do this in.
Right.
And it really works out better that way.
You need people to be able to get into it.
And you have to kind of build up a rapport.
You do.
With the audience. And it's performance art. It really is.
Of course it is. And so is this, by the way. I mean, for any podcasters out, like you are I get an appropriate and manageable amount of anxiety before I do a show. And that to me is a good thing. Like it's not crippling or anything.
Yeah.
I'm used to being on stage, but
you yourself hit the go button and you're just like,
no. But I'm always like a little bit of like, okay, it's like, it's go time.
Yeah. Well, and you do your show like
live,
sort of. Well, no, you actually
it is live.
It is live.
Yeah.
Because Gaz and I, we have some talk before we start, and then we do a segment, and then we have some, and it's like we're able to like compress and decompress in between each one. Yeah, no,
for us, it's an arc.
Yeah.
And I like it that way. I mean, obviously,
it certainly makes editing a lot easier.
Well, that was the reason we started doing it that way. When I started the podcast 14 years ago, I knew I wasn't going to have time to do the edits I would want to do.
Yeah.
3 hours of edits.
Yeah.
I knew that consistency with schedule was more important than editing. Like if you don't have a consistent schedule, you're not going to build an audience, like all of that. And so
at least not a live audience.
Well, even I think, and it's been proven by other shows we've worked with, that if your schedule is, it's like, well, I'll release a show when I feel like it, when the mood strikes. That's great as a podcaster, but the reality is your listeners have schedules in their lives, and they might listen to Mac Geek Gab Tuesday mornings at the gym. And if Tuesday comes and there's no Mac Geek Gab, fine. But if next Tuesday comes and there's no Mac Geek Gab, well, they're still at the gym and they want something to listen to. You've just allowed them to develop a new habit.
Right.
And it may or may not have happened anyway. I mean, if they didn't like the show anyway, that's just going to happen. Right. That, which is fine. But
it's not fine. It's not okay. Don't leave us.
I built a workflow that put the workload on, weighted it on the pre-production side. Mm-hmm. So we have an agenda, we have, the questions we're going to go through, the answers, we assemble them together, we put all that work in.
Right.
And the goal is...
And you have like a common document that you're working off of.
It's many of them, in fact. Yeah. And the goal is, and it mostly works, is that the show can be published within 15 minutes of me hitting the stop button. And that's why we've been able to keep doing the show for all these years. Because I'm too busy. I would love... part of me would enjoy the editing process and really tweaking it down.
Sure wish I could say that. The problem is...
but Dave, I don't have to do it. That's why I can say I would enjoy it.
Dave, you've known me for many, many years.
Yeah.
Unless I make like a really conscious effort at it, I have a filter problem.
Yeah, I get it.
So... this is live, and I've been doing the Mac to the Future live cast on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. for a very, very long time, 2 years now.
Yeah, a couple of years, yeah.
And when I first started doing it, my natural tendency, somebody will say something, and that will trigger something in the really weird part of my brain. And then it's like, and then it would just, because with Gaz, it just like, it all just comes out. But, we've been doing the show together for so long. But sometimes these things, especially in today's climate, could be considered inappropriate.
Insensitive. All of those things. Yeah.
And it's like, you don't want to purposely offend anybody.
No, of course not.
And the problem, I think a lot of the problem is, some people don't understand humor. And one of the ways that you deal with, if we can get serious here, one of the ways that you deal with people that have problems with race or religion or sexuality or gender or whatever your particular hotspot happens to be, is to laugh at them. Because nobody...
You can point out the absurdities in the biases or the prejudices.
Right. Nobody likes to be laughed at.
Right.
So if you
But
sit
it also
there and
gives
go,
you perspective on it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's actually kind of ridiculous.
yeah,
Like, why would we care?
why would you think that? Why would you say
care?
that?
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Like, does it affect you personally?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Shut up.
Then move on.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody
No.
cares. Nobody
Yeah.
cares about your issue with whatever.
Whoever and whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But the thing is, it works both ways too,
It does.
because there are people that are just so sensitive about it
Mhm.
that they will jump down someone's throat before. And this is something I heard that it's getting to the point now, especially on Twitter, where you say something that someone takes offense to, you don't dare apologize.
Interesting. Right.
Because as bad as the initial burst of whatever happens with a Twitter blast where the person that you offended or whatever will put it out to 1,500 of their followers who will then scream back at you about it.
Yep.
If you apologize or if you say something like, well, I'm sorry you took it that way, I didn't mean it like that,
Right.
then it just becomes even worse.
It often gets worse. You're totally right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't
Well, there's
be
people,
like that.
and I can understand that this is their world. It's not my world, but there are people that, because for a variety of reasons, some of them might be because of the things they've experienced in their lives, some type of oppression or something,
Or just
looking
out and out
for
prejudice.
if they've experienced that, especially if they've experienced it repeatedly, they are not only sensitive to this, but are looking to fight the fight now.
Right.
And again, that's not my thing, but I'm not in those shoes. I can't say those are bad shoes. Like I get it.
But Buster Brown's, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I get it though. Right. Yeah. And so if it's someone looking for that fight, your apology
means nothing.
It is not
Right.
It's going to fuel it in that direction.
Yeah.
Not the direction you want. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So Macstock 2019.
This is the first of these conversations we've had to have here.
I know. What happened? It's like, see, this
Two
this is the
ADD
problem.
guys.
Filter. There is no filters. So anyway, Dave, I think we're going to end this before
it goes.
we
any
have
other
another
direction.
half-hour distraction.
Sure.
Diversion.
Yeah.
Tell people where they can find you, how they
Sure.
can get a hold of you, and all the other cool stuff that makes up Dave Hamilton.
Yeah, I'll make sure I'm tagged in this post so you can see me on Facebook. I'm Dave Hamilton on Twitter. And, of course, MacGeekGab.com, like I said, is the podcast that John Braun and I do. John F. Braun.
John F.
It's a
Braun.
contextual F I learned last night.
Really?
Well, someone pointed that out to me.
Well, is it like Prince, where there's no beginning, there's no end? It's
No,
just F?
it's a thing. It's
Okay.
just you don't. It depending on context, the F takes on different meanings.
I'm sure it does.
So I do Mac Geek Gab with John F. Braun once a week, and you can find that at MacGeekGab.com.
And we're gonna have hopefully lots more people on this crazy bit of stuff that I'm doing here for Mac the Future /mymac.com /Macstock 2019. Lots of slashes there.
Yeah.
Like
/Guy Searle.
/Guy Searle. And we'll catch you in just a little bit. So bye-bye.